So, two exotics that we need to get, fellow hunters, for Void 3.0, especially this one, Omnioculus. If you haven't already got it, go grind for it, because it's going to be very usable next season, I promise you. Gain an extra smoke bomb, snare bomb, and every time you go invisible, you're going to get reduced damage. But this is a type of things you'll be able to do with it on an aggressive type of play rather than using it for invisibility. Obviously the invisibility, the bottom tree, usually what most people use it for, which is totally understandable at the moment because the snare bombs aren't very good at the moment. But don't forget, it gives you 2 snare bombs on any class, so whatever void class we choose, i.e. spectral blades, where the snare bombs, as you saw in the twab there, in the clip from the twab, it's going to do extra damage. Now I'm weakened targets, so the ability to have 2 damaging snare bombs is going to be very useful. We're going to be able to use our shattering strike as well to weaken enemies. So we've got 3 ways to weaken enemies. We've got the shattering strike, 2 snare bombs, so we're going to be able to extend our sort of damage, extra damage against targets for longer. So if you think about it, we've got our spectral blade shattering strike, going invisible, meleeing something that's going to weaken it, and then we've got our 2 snare bombs to extend that timer as well. So you're probably looking at a good maybe 15 seconds with your shattering strike and your 2 snare bombs of constant sort of extra damage we're going to be able to do. There's your shattering strike, just going invisible, damaging a target like so. With your melee, it's going to weaken that enemy. And then we're going to have 2 snare bombs as well with the Omnioculus. And then what you'll also notice is every time I go invisible, I'm going to get the resist as well. That's another perk of the Omnioculus. So that's the first one we need to sort of look at getting. If you haven't already got it, you might already have it. If not, go farm it, because I think it's going to be extremely useful having the 2 snare bombs, extending that extra damage we can do if we use them correctly. It's another example there. There's your shattering strike. That lasts for maybe 7-8 seconds. Then we've got the snare bomb on top of that. Just extends that timer. Yeah, it's going to be pretty useful, I think. Again, on the middle, on the sort of spectral blades class. The other exotic I want to talk about is Khepri Sting. If you haven't already got it, again, go farm this. Smoke bombs do extra damage, and if you melee something while you've got your smoke bomb, that's going to do even more damage. This is just a quick example. As you can see there, the numbers, a few different numbers, 237, 1500. That's without Khepri's. I'm going to bang Khepri's on now, and then show you the sort of damage increase you get again with your snare bomb. And I'm using the spectral blades class, so you get 2000s and 3000s. So it's extra damage increase, and this is the type of things you can do with Khepri's. Again, bearing in mind, we've got defeating void buff target, weaken or suppress, grants invisibility as well. And then the other sort of one I want to talk about also is the Trapper's Ambush, which I'll show you a few clips of in a second. So basically how that Trapper's Ambush sort of works, it's like the stasis shatter dive on the hunter. So shatter diving an enemy is going to weaken them, but it's on a void class as well. But what we're going to have with this is we're going to have the Khepri Sting available. So not only are we going to damage them, but I'm assuming it's going to release the smoke bomb as well as part of the Khepri's sort of exotic perk as well. So imagine now we've got Khepri's on, and you're going to do that and weaken the enemies, and then obviously it's going to release your smoke bomb as well with Khepri's. So again, just having the extra damage on the Khepri's from the smoke bomb is good, but then the other part of it is releasing the sort of smoke when we do melee damage with the Khepri's as well. Obviously we've got that shatter dive sort of ability there, what they said, so it should be pretty decent. So Omnioculus and Khepri Sting. If you haven't already got them, I'm tipping them to be very good next season, so go get them. Have a good day.